Welcome back everyone, I'm Craven and this is Daybreak. We are of course here in Tyrell Street and we're not done yet. We've done almost half of it and we still have one more region to go after this. It's the Sidon District. So let's get to it because we've got 4 SPGs to do, connection, so many things. Let's see how far we can get. First, let's grab ourselves a book.
I should read up on that rumor that's been making the rounds.
I see.
Yeah,
Maybe I'll pick up a copy of Buzz Raider while I'm here.
Yeah. Just to see if Judith is actually dating Maxim, but I highly doubt. Well, I just found out that Judith Lannister and Maxim Lugan are madly in love right now. How scandalous. I'm not into movies or Z1 racing, but even I've heard of those two. I think I'll pick up a copy of Buzz Raider. It wasn't on my to-do list, but I'm just dying out of curiosity. Yep, nothing sells magazines than a nice juicy rumor, doesn't it? Doesn't matter if it's true, just matters if it's juicy or not. Oh, the tabloids are selling like hotcakes here. I'm just about to run out of Buzz Raider copies. It's craziness. Though I'm feeling a little conflicted about it, given the unseemly reasons behind the increasing demand. When you purchase a copy of Buzz Raider, the bookstore, the main story will advance. Okay, so this is a no-no until we've done everything. It's a clear indicator from the game, thankfully. Good.
World's fastest, in perfect driver too.
Judith Lannister and Maxim, what's his name, are an item now, for real? Talk about eerie. What the heck happened? Was she crying about losing the Best Actress award and then pounced or something? Well, I don't know about that. I get your shock, but I wouldn't jump to a conclusion if I were you. It was Buzz Raider who broke this story. They're a pretty nasty bunch. Every talent agency out there has blacklisted them for a reason. Not to mention, this is pretty sensitive stuff we're talking about here. The line between celebrities' private and public life is hazy. Huh? You actually sound like you know what you're talking about for once, Peter. What gives? Did you eat something weird today? Oh, did you not know? Then again, Peter's not the one to really bring this kind of thing up. Anyway, I know he doesn't look like it, but his dad's the president of a talent agency. He's practically entertainment nobility. Well, would you knock it off about my looks? Sorry, I'm not as hot as I'm supposed to be, I guess. I didn't mention it before because I'm not on the best of terms with my dad. I only brought up that other stuff because I thought you two should know. No way, Peter. Does that mean you get to hang out with celebrities as much as you want?
Catch a revival show.
I don't want to talk about it. Think whatever you like. Oh, Peter's so bad at being direct that it always gets him into trouble. When it's not making him late, it's causing problems with his dad. We could put this behind us a lot sooner if he had just come out and told us what he needed to. Instead, he goes all sheepish and make everything worse. Yeah. Well, did Son really not know about it? Could have sworn I've at least told her once before, huh? Well, let's be honest, these girls almost never take Peter seriously. I had no idea Peter was the son of an entertainment company president. This is so hilarious. I don't get that vibe from him at all. But I guess it kinda makes sense the more I think about it. That explains why I know so much specific stuff. I've got to give him credit though. He doesn't really brag about it or anything at all. He's a pretty good guy. Yeah, it's mostly you two that's been on his case the entire time. Huh? Maxim did what to Judith Lannister? I knew people said he was a womanizer, but I thought he was still a good guy deep down. Guess not. What a bummer. Maybe it's just a bunch of haters trying to spread lies about him. No, probably not. I feel so let down. Yeah, I know what you mean. Even though I think also was a little bit the situation that Buzz Raider caught them into. They couldn't talk themselves out of it. I had a feeling people were in their weird frenzy this morning. But I didn't think the reason was because of some celebrity scandal. Part of me wants to write all that off as just dumb noise, but between you and me, we do have some investigators in our ranks who are playboys. If someone on the force ended up on a tabloid, I'd probably take it a little more personally. We are talking about colleagues here, after all. Still, I don't know Boss Raiders doing themselves any favors by attracting so much ire. This is plagued with fire, if you ask me. If they end up getting raided because of something dumb they did, I hope I don't get roped into it, but knowing my luck... Karen tries to act like she isn't bothered, but she is. It's written all over her face. Not that I mind if she is, I just wish she'd put it off to the side while we're supposed to be out patrolling. Anyway, you can be sure we'll be keeping a sharp eye out, so no trouble stays possible on the watch. Can't have you guys hogging all the glory. Hog all the glory you want, we'll be fine with it.
Step on up.
Whoa, did Judith Lancer and Maxim Lugan really? Really? No. What am I doing? I can't be bothering customers like this. They're here to relax. Maybe I'll buy a copy of Boss Raider on my way home though. Yeah, don't buy too much. I need one to continue the story. That's interesting. Not used to seeing him hang out by the window all that much. Indeed, he does. Though cats can be such a fickle creature by nature, I'm sure you all know. Nevertheless, seeing him in such a high spirit always puts me in a good mood as well. I'm happy he's happy. Oh, I can't believe how worked up everybody in the city is about getting over such salacious news. Something like that would be inconceivable back in the Central East. I'm glad my son is at Sunday school, at least he isn't exposed to any of this. I really don't want our son hearing about such low-brow talk from other people. It just wouldn't be good for him. Yeah, it is just gossip, isn't it? Well, I can be easy being famous. I couldn't say whether or not that article has any merit. However, what I can say is that when Judith visited our cafe some time ago, she was pleasant to serve, a perfectly normal woman. Fame certainly has a way of making a victim of one's own success. It's unfortunate when it comes to someone who can't carry on a normal life, truly.
Welcome. Thank you for coming.
Ooh, rich mango frappe. Yeah, we already have that. Gotta keep it in mind for buying some more later. Good to see you're doing great, Julian. Sounds like things are going well over at Aramis too. Yep, I see you haven't changed a bit either. I know you're always busy, but I hope you have time to coach me again sometime soon. That'll be really great. Sure, I can do that. Can't really say no when it's you. Maybe I'll see if I can get Elaine, the hot Elvis and Regina to join us. Make it a whole get-together. That sounds less like a get-together and more like a recipe for an incident, if you ask me. Not to change the subject, but you two know each other? I didn't realize that.
One girl's courage will
Yep,
change.
he goes to Thors Military Academy. He's a member of Class 7 there, to be exact, just like I was. Well, she went before I attended, but she and the other members have still done so much for me. I wouldn't be the man I am today without all the guidance of my awesome instructor and the other graduates. Wow, that's amazing. When you say instructor, you don't happen to mean... Oh, I'm sure he does mean the big hero of the war. This kid just gets more and more intriguing the longer we talk to him. I know I'm not one to talk, but it's safe to say everybody who comes out of Class 7 is unique, to say the least. Anyway, I'm sure we'll run into each other a lot while you're here. If anything comes up, feel free to hit me up. I'll be happy to listen. Alright, I will. Thanks, V. It's good to see you. I've got a soft spot for Julian since we come from the same school and all. I suppose I can give him a little coaching. Maybe I'll see if I can get Elaine, Lahat, Elvis and Regina to join me. Make it a whole get-together. I really owe a lot to the older members of Class 7, especially V. She gave me a ton of useful advice when I first came to the Republic to study abroad. Instructor Rean pushed me to come too. I wouldn't be here without him. All the more reason for me to succeed, so I don't let people like him down. Well, the paparazzi are saying Judith Lancer and Maxim Lugan are a thing? Huh. Give me a break. When you've been in the entertainment business as long as I have, you develop a pretty good instinct for what's legit and what's total crap. But it doesn't always take someone like me. Anyone who's been following both of their careers will tell you them getting together is a stretch. The thing about entertainment is, you're selling your name and reputation. Unfortunately, some people make their money by misusing it. Oh, that is so true. Entertainment's a dirty industry. You're selling people's names and looks when you get down to it. Pretty rich coming from a fashion scout, I know. The problem is, once there's value to your name and face, people can take them and come up with whatever crap they like to make a mirror. To put it in another way, gossip brags like Boss Raider are dependent on their subject's notoriety. It's the only way to make a living. Yep, and the more famous they are, the more outlandish the rumors they can print can be. And I can just say, it's a rumor. So it can be true, it can also not be true. While most people reading it will definitely consider it being true.
One bullet can change your fate.
Phew, I really finished reading up my copy of The Perfect Crimes by Perfect Perpetrators. I think so strange. Why do I have this sense of loss now that it's all over? I wonder if they're going to put out a new edition sometime. I need to contact the publisher and find out. All the normies are getting up in arms about some scandal going on, but me? All I care about are crimes, the bigger the better. I wonder if they're going to put out a new edition of Perfect Crimes by Perfect Perpetrators sometime. I should contact the publisher about it. Well, I do hope if they bring out a new edition, they make the title a little bit easier to pronounce. Right, let's go to the paper, and that should be almost done for everything.
Well, I heard.
Well, I wonder if my sister cares about what's been happening with Judith Lannister. I'm worried one of the editors is going to ask me to write up a story about that, and I really don't want that to happen. At some point, everybody at the company is taken to calling me a super gopher, and I want them to stop already. Well, the stop-up in Basel the other day sure caused me some trouble. All of my contacts in Parliament have refused to speak with me recently. The CID has likely been pressuring them to keep quiet on recent matters. Well, it probably isn't just them. There's a lot of red flags about all that between Professor Cronkite being reassigned and Vern Board of Directors getting shaken up. Well, if my sources won't speak up, then there isn't much I can do except wait and see how things unfold. When you go about this job the way I do, making compromises with the people you're dealing with is the price you have to pay. Yeah, because you do not print anything that's not confirmed. That's integrity. And not all companies have that. Well, Marielle's got a day off today. She said she was going out to lunch with somebody. I think... Wait a minute. Could it be who I think it is? Oh, I'm crossing all my fingers and toes for her. Go get him, girl. Well, initially it was. But he pulled a fast one on her, that's for sure. And this should be the last one. Love is a lot like sweets when you think about it. It comes in all kinds of shapes and flavors. Take Judith and Maxim, or Maxith as people call them. On the outside they might look like a really sweet lovey-dovey sort of couple, but you can't just make a good sweet by piling sugar on top of more sugar. And my gut tells me that's exactly what those two have going on. It might give you a sugar rush at first, but sooner or later you'll get tired of it, and it'll come down crashing down with a nasty stomachache. Well,
Very well. Hello.
it might not be
Thanks for
exactly
stopping.
on point, but yeah, even if they had some sort of relationship, it will come crashing down on everybody. Right, that's it for the region. Up to the Sidon district.
I guess we're off.
Well, this one is usually not super big. I think we can handle it. Word on the street is Lucas on a bit of a playboy. Just rumors, of course, but something had to spread them. That whole thing with him going after that actress is kinda soured my opinion of him. He really built up that professional image on the track, but now he's gonna throw it all away. You ask me, he should have stayed in his lane. People look up to the guy, for crying out loud. He's not wrong.
That's fair.
Because first people knew him about the racing, now they know him as the person that's potentially dating Judith. No, it's just Bah, no, this is a mockery. This isn't a tower at all. I had to put my all into this. I must put the tower's mystique to canvas, or that Imperial fop will have me beat at the Conquerors. I can feel burnout creeping in my body, but I banish it. I can't give out until I crack the tower's code. Ah, you got it. Just gonna take a little bit of time. Well, I heard Almata was behind those terrorist attacks on Basel and Anchorville. Scum bastards. We gotta tighten up our security to make sure they don't weasel their way into Edith. I did hear though that it's a private company that got Basel back under control, and not the police. I can't complain as long as I keep the public safe, but I wish the Force could have put up a better show there. I know what you mean, but in the end it got sorted, and that's important too. Well, honestly, though, with the uptick in fraud and scams lately, I feel like citizens aren't taking street smart seriously anymore. This is gonna sound a bit morbid, but those regular attacks back in the day made everybody more alert and aware of their surroundings, I feel. I think with things booming the way they are, everybody's letting their guard down. Not to say a thing shouldn't be peaceful, it just opened the door back up for lowlifes and gangsters to take advantage of the people. True, that's why they're lowlifes, they do take advantage wherever they can. Oh, our ties with the CID? Well, I wouldn't know much about that, honestly. All the groundwork for that was already laid when I joined. Though I know some of my fellow officers have some strong opinions about it. But Colorado has quite a few connections in the CID press we work with that made things much easier. Huh, you guys again? Huh, sticking your noses into trouble as usual, I take it. But, well, I guess that's not always a bad thing. I do owe you for Basel. Well, we're just discussing our cleanup efforts and what we subsequently learned about the group's movement. Whoa, am I dreaming? I got props for an appraiser and they're letting me in on some insider info? Oh, don't get ahead of yourself. I just can't stop you from listening in on us when you're right there. Something tells me that cold shoulder is just for show. Well, even the guild has to admit you played a large part in Basel. We lost track of their airship unfortunately, but we did manage to ferret out their other moves in the meantime. We've also been cracking down on their business ties and collaborators, which has helped us make numerous high-profile arrests. Yeah, that checks out. After the shit show in Basel, I bet the CID wants these guys gone. Well, that's good to hear, but I'm still bothered that we have no intel on them in terms of motive and end goals. Yeah, and what is weird is missile dams calmed down a lot. You'd think they'd be ramping up their activities there, right? The guild's trying to get to the bottom of that now. We want to figure out the impetus for that swing. Well, Chief Roran had ordered us on high alert, in fact. Though that's just bureaucracy, really. At any rate, I do hope the guild takes our intel into account. Oh, we will. Hell, even if we get info before they attack, maybe we can stop them from killing a ton of people. Wouldn't that be nice? Well, it sounds like there is some tension between those two. I hope they can put that aside. Well, that was juicy. I'll have to keep an eye on how that all plays out. Well, incidentally, our mutual friend has been in contact fairly regularly. I just hope they keep things under control on their end. Don't quite catch her drift there, but I guess something's keeping the CID busy. Well, we've been doing our own investigation at the guild, thus prepping our own countermeasures against you-know-who. Feels like Elaine's been digging a bit deeper than the rest of us though. Apparently she's even doing her own research after hours. Talk about dedication. She needs to make sure she doesn't burn herself out. Yeah. I wonder if Elaine eventually will be part of ARKRIDE Solutions. Not as a permanent member, but as someone we can call in for help, considering the familial connection between her and Van. It wouldn't be too bad though, you know? A scam website. The mere thought just unnerves me. I've already had to swallow my pride and put in a request. Do I just have to hope someone takes it? I think that man may have put in a request. Yep, and if that's the case, we'll be back in a little bit.
Welcome to Erland, sir.
Well, Carol's taking her break today. Evidently, there's something going on at the share house in Old Town. One look at her outfits lately tells me something weighing heavy on her mind. I just don't know what. I pray to Arusha that whatever she's struggling with, she gets through it and finds her way. I hope so too.
We have full confidence in our products.
Yes, I forgot we had a shop here too, but it looks like it's not totally better than what we have. These are nice though. Well, let's add it to the list.
We await your next visit.
And I know I'll be here as soon as you have something new to say. Wow, a private school student playing here? You don't see that every day. It's nice to sit back and watch other people play every now and then. Looking forward to this one. Oh, wow, she's good. Really good. I hope I can play like that someday. Keep practicing. So she got a ride to Aramis. She's playing ball up there now. But a few years back she was here dominating these streets. I don't know what's all with you, but this all is fun regardless. Been a while, hasn't it? I've been needing a little challenge in my life too. So once this is over, let's scrap a bit for old time's sake.
Okay.
Damn, Sasha, you really grew up, didn't ya? You rocked that uniform. Dumbass didn't know what hit him picking a fight with a firecracker like you. I think I'll watch this one and see if he learns a thing or two. Well, I guess I see what Simon's getting at. She does have potential. But is it really worth trying up the court just for one-on-one with some preppy Aramis kid? I mean, where's the fun in watching a schoolboy go up against our queen of the streets? We're one of the strongest teams around, so people don't want to see us beating up some small fry. They want to see a challenge. True. A challenge is always more fun to see, isn't it? Hell do you want? Why you drag me out here? Oh, nothing big. I just figured a match or two might change your outlook on things. Huh? What the hell are you talking about? Oh, I can tell you've got a lot on your plate right now. A lot of things stressing you out. I know you since before Ronald dragged you into this mess after all. Even Ren is giving you the props for trying to get yourself back on track, now that he dropped out. But aren't you tired of all that work by yourself? It's okay to ask for help, you know. We can help you get back on the straight and narrow. Get off your freaking high horse. And you got some nerve picking a fight you know you'll lose. Oh, don't count me out just like that. I'm the captain of the baseball club for a reason. In fact, I'd venture to say I'm a better athlete than you in general. Pick a sport. I'll wipe the floor with you. Come at me, and I will win. You get the hell out of my face.
Very well.
I am so sick of looking at your face. Don't you dare bitch about playing rough cut it. I'm gonna whoop your ass and you're gonna like it. Up until April, James was hanging around with these punks named Ronald. Ronald dropped out, but James still covers for him. Well, I guess I can help him vent some of his frustration at least. Might have to play a little rough with him though.
Well,
I don't think he'll mind, in all honesty. Hi there. You're just in time to try some of my new buckwheat soba. Got the real authentic stuff this time. Grilled buckwheat just blows me away every time. I don't know how they do it. With Eastern imports getting hard to come by, Grail really is the only place to get authentic buckwheat.
Hey, welcome. Thanks, pal.
I wonder if it actually does taste a lot different. Can't remember if I've ever had buckwheat soba. Well, I think those two over there are on our blind date. See them over there? She looks like she hasn't gone on that many dates before. Kinda awkward-ish. But there's something cute about that. Him on the other hand, that young man got it all figured out. Just look at how he carries himself. A real cock of the walk type. Even if they don't have the chemistry, I'll still be a good learning experience for her. It's nice to get out there. I'm guessing it's these two here. Oh wow, You're a teacher at Aramis? That's incredible. Oh, yeah, it's really no big deal. My career only just getting started, even though I'm in my 30s. Your students are in good hands, I bet, with a teacher like you. I must say, you've piqued my curiosity, my fair lady. What do you do when your particularly naughty students misbehave? How do you rein them in? Oh well, I teach PE, so it's mostly just physical stuff. I call them out and have them do 30 laps around the grounds. But I've always got my trusty wooden sword on hand too, so as long as I don't go totally corporal on them. What? Oh, no. Now I've gone and done it. I should have kept my stupid mouth shut. What's Miss Sonia doing here? Well, trying to learn the language of, well, teasing maybe? I don't know. It's what you do during dating. Not an expert myself, so I cannot weigh in on it. Well, single and mingling, I had to guess. Look like it ain't gonna go so hot though. Wooden sword? Did I hear it right? I'm dead. I'm slain. 3 months bidding my time for a hot date and I blew it. I just smite me. Ah, so he's just as worried as her. I guess that's how it's supposed to be. No matter what kind of date it is, both can get extremely nervous about it. Our thanks for helping rescue Brasilia. For all the trust Rumsfeld put in me, I let him and the young miss down. I brought shame to my post. I can't believe it all stemmed from their family dispute. How did things get so out of hand? I'll have to pay more attention to them going forward. If I weren't so impersonal, I might have been able to help her. Well, we're eyeing the global marketplace for our next step, once we secure our footing here in Calvard. With that in mind, please do prioritize those bills and amendments when you secure the majority in the next election. We'll support on your end however we can. Yes, fair enough. Your industry presence interests opportunities for our party. It is time we embrace this new economic age. That said, you need to keep the bigger picture in mind. If you chase the short term, you may lose sight of the long term. We can address your immediate legislative concerns, of course, but we should do so in a forward-thinking way, no? Oh, I understand that, but surely we can't overlook the short term. The market is awfully turbulent. We need to strike when the iron's hot. Incidentally, I do have these sweets from Quincy Bell, if you'd like some. And for your help, I'd be happy to welcome you to the Algermeyer Hotel for some well-deserved rest and relaxation. Go to rest, Jennifer. Retract that little offer at once and I'll pretend I never heard it. You're a talented businesswoman. You should know better than to butter me up with cheap favors. You're right. I'm sorry. I got a bit too anxious there. I need to cool my head, forgive me. I can't believe myself. Did I really just try to do that? And how low will I sink if I don't put a stop to it? But I made this bet, and now I have to lie in it. Our actions at the bank have all boiled down to winning the Republican Party's favor. If we were to convince them to amend those trade laws, the market would be all but ours after the next election. I guess I'll let that blind me for a bit.
Very well.
Now, don't let anyone tell you Jennifer's a bad businesswoman, but she does tend to hyperfixate on individual issues over the big picture. Until she can step back and look at the broader problems, she'll find it difficult to work with people. Hey, and every little bit helps you learn and progress, doesn't it? Thanks again for the other day. I mean, I'm sure Eddie would have kept me safe, but still, it was all worth it to find out that my father really does care about me. Looking at it like that, I think it ended up being a valuable experience for us all. Well, Quattro does not agree. But yeah, it was a bad situation that could have gotten a lot worse, for sure. Forgive me, young miss, I have failed you. I was entrusted with your safety and I could not protect it. My only solace is that the president found an opportunity to show the young miss his love. That she always, in his heart, come what may be. I cannot express how deeply it moves me to be able to help them.
Okay.
Do you need something?
Please
come
no, I
again.
think we got everything. And let's go to the 4 SPG board. Let's see what it wants us to do, and then we can decide if we want to do this one or the monster elimination.
What do we have here?
Okay, it looks like we got a 4SPG. Orbal net fraud. I've run into something of an annoying problem concerning Orbal net uses. I'd like to consult someone who's familiar with the subject. I'll be waiting near the main street in the Silent District, Oslo. No more sent, which means we're done with inspecting bulletin boards for the day. If you can take care of at least one job, I'll be happy. Understood. I believe I'm qualified to help with the Orbal network related one. Oh, I'm sure you're more than qualified. Looking forward to seeing you kick ass on the book keyboard.
Both of these requests certainly sound intriguing. Hopefully you don't need to turn into the Grendel for them, though.
One can only hope.
No, these standard jobs? No Grendel in sight, definitely. Hey there, you're the one who put the request up? Oh, yes, then you must be... I believe your request was about some trouble you've had on the Orbal net. I'm hardly an expert, but I do have some knowledge of the subject. Would you mind explaining the situation? Yes. Well, in short, I fell for a scam on the Orbal net. One of those net scams, huh? Been a lot of that going around. Well, phishing is the technical term. Bad faith actors disguising themselves as legitimate sources to fool end users. With how quickly the Orbal net is growing, these threats are one step ahead of common knowledge and security measures. So it falls to the users themselves to stay safe on the net, and many just don't have that awareness yet. It's still a very new thing. Well, at any rate, I want to get some advice from someone who is knowledgeable about these things. Will you accept my request? Of course we will. Sure, we'll take it. Care to fill us in? Of course. Let's get somewhere we can talk. May I ask, have you brought this matter to the police? They may be able to retrieve your stolen assets. Oh, no. It's just... Well, you got your reasons, sounds like. No worries. Yes, I asked for your utmost secrecy regarding what I'm about to tell you. Don't you worry, we take our clients' privacy very seriously here at ARKRIDE Solutions. Well, you see, now... this is just so pathetic, I can't even spit it out. Man, stop beating around the bush. I won't know how to help if I don't know what the problem is. Screw it. So, I used to work terminal to look up swimsuit models. Like the hot ones. Oh, God almighty, just kill me. I think I understand where this is going, but please, there's no need to shout. I'm so sorry. Hey, I think I get where this is going though. Carry on? So, a few days later, I got this message from the website. They said they had my browsing history and that I had to pay to keep it private. I didn't see anything on that site implying I needed to pay, so I just sent the mirror immediately. I couldn't bear to risk my reputation tarnished. I thought it would be the end of it, but then another few days passed and they messaged me again. They said they wanted even more mirror this time, or they leaked my browsing history and all my private information too. I see. That's awful. As a consultant, my reputation is paramount. I need to maintain a clean and professional image. I can't have my browsing history floating around on the net, much less my private info. I'd be done for. Oh, don't worry, most browsing history and private info is already out there. People just don't know how to find it. And that's why you couldn't bring this to the police or the guild? Yes, my entire career is in jeopardy because of one stupid mistake. I'm pathetic. Well, that's the thing with those scams. You gotta just ignore them. How? So, it's like one or two people doing these usually, and these guys know they're full of shit. But they figure some of their victims don't. They just blast these requests out to anybody they can find, hoping that somebody falls for it. Once they got a bite, and they zero in hard on anybody who replies and ignore everyone else. That's how these things work. Oh, then I can just ignore it going forward? Nah, it ain't that easy now that you took the bait. You already gave him some mirror already, and that will let them know you fell for it. They know you're willing to pay to keep that info secret. that you care about your rep. You're exactly the kind of guy they're after. Now that they know that, they will want to milk you for all you're worth. They're gonna hound you. You cut them off and they might actually leak your shit. Oh no. Oh, you're surprisingly knowledgeable about these kind of scams. Yeah, I dealt with a case like this before. Right. Anyway, those are my two Mira. You can keep giving them money or you can ignore them. It's your call. I can't do that, obviously. I suppose I'll just have to give in to their demands. And they're not gonna stop. You're gonna keep sending them more and more money? Ideally, we just apprehend the criminals here. Can we really do that? I mean, can you really track down a criminal hiding on the Orbal network? Well, it would depend on how well they hide their identity, but it probably wouldn't be impossible. Yeah, cause these scammers, they're usually not the best at hiding. If you're a hacker or a programmer well enough that you know your stuff, you would be able to track them down, and Quattro definitely will be capable of that, I'm sure. Or at least with the help of Rean and Reset. Really? Then please get them for me. Are you okay with that, Van? Hey, go nuts. You're the expert here. If we can track them down, then let's go for it. Roger. Alright, may I borrow the terminal they contacted you on? Here it is. I use this terminal for work. Damn, pretty cushy job there handing out gadgets like this. But yeah, that was a bit easy. Is something the matter? Think about what you just did for a second. Your mobile terminal is like a collection of all your personal data, and you just handed it to me, a stranger, without a moment's hesitation. You're very lax with your data, and that can get you into trouble, especially since this doubles as your work terminal. Well, that is a good point. Now, obviously, I have no intention of stealing your data, but it helps to be more cautious on the net. It's best to store your personal info separately from your work terminal, along with anything else you don't want other people to see. That does make sense. If I may go ahead and do that real quick, I have this note terminal that I use for work. That should do. There, that should be good. I'll leave the rest to you. Yeah, this quest is like a PA, like a message about to people playing this, like, this is how you need to be careful with your information online. This is important, and they're not wrong. Making sure your data is safe is extremely important. And if I had a sponsor, I would block it right now, but I don't, that's fine. Okay, you still got your history on here. Good. Now just do a reverse search on the sender of this message. Have you found anything? Yep, I can see it all. Well, let's hear it. Well, it looks like the criminal was using a mobile terminal themselves to contact you. I doubt there's a brand machine. It's most likely a cheap knockoff. These operations don't tend to be very sophisticated. And sure enough, they made absolutely no attempt to mask their identity. I can trace them right now. Are you able to find out where they are? Well, I believe so. It might help if I explain how these network signals work. Mobile terminals transmit their own broadcast signals, but being so small, they're limited in their scope and strength. As a result, they have to pass through a server which amplifies and distributes their information across long distances. Yeah, it's like your mobile network that has to connect to towers to get the signal through, and you can pinpoint on which tower you are, so people can track down in which area you roughly are. It's probably something like that, isn't it? If two terminals are close enough, however, it's more efficient to communicate directly with each other than to use a server as a middleman. I see. So the terminals switch signals based on distance. Yes, there are two different signals terminals will use, and they switch between the two on the fly for convenience. And because I can see this transmission came from a server, I know that the scammer was some distance away. This server gives us a general idea of where the scammer was at the time, but of course there's no guarantee they're still there. That's where we are at this point. So we have range, but no specifics. Not enough to sniff the guy out. But you sound like you got something else up your sleeve. No, I might. And just going off this history, that's the closest I can get it. But of course we can always just contact the scammer again. And if we can get a direct link to the scammer's terminal, we'll know we're close. So we call them back and figure out where their signal's coming from? Yes, just. They would need to be in direct signal range in order for us to pinpoint them. I can see that the previous message came from the Riverside server. Let's head there first. The subway station should do as a starting point. Alright gang, let's go hunt down a fraudster. We'll keep you posted on what we find, okay? We'll use that node terminal you've got there. And once you find a guy, you're gonna want to haul ass over there. Of course, thank you so much.
Okay, time to get to work.
Quest Orbal net fraud started. Alright, Riverside it is. Now, this doesn't sound like one that should take too long. Just hunt them down. Ready then? Yes, ready whenever you are. Alright, sending now. All we have to do now is wait. Actually, what did you write in the message? Made a point of being real vague with them. But I basically said that I didn't have all the money and asked if they'd settle for a bit less. So you made it look like you're at least willing to pay. And that would compel them to reply at least. Well, it wouldn't be good for our plan if they didn't. Nothing to worry about, it looks like. I've got a response on my end too. Looking at the Orbal wave pattern, it's definitely a direct connection. Let me read. Their reply is... No, we won't budge on the price, not even a single mirror. Quite avaricious they are. Okay, analysis complete. Did you locate the transmitter? I've got an address. It's west-northwest from our current location. No exit distance though. No, but we got a line, and a whole lot of places along that line where the source is. If we get to trace another line, but from a different direction, then the line will intersect pinpointing the exact location of our criminal. Exactly. We should try to aim for a perpendicular point we possibly can. Let's send our next transmission from across the river. Think that sounds like a decent plan? Let me guess, they're probably sitting there on one of the seats, I'm sure. Okay, this looks good. Well, I should have another message then. Road, I got all the money ready. Where should I send it to this time? And send. Well, aren't you quick? Well, they replied quite quickly both times. They must be quite eager to get the money. Analysis complete. I pinpointed their location. It's southwest from here, under the bridge across the river. Alright then. Come on, y'all. Let's close the book on this one. Hell yeah. I think I see some of you standing there. Let's go quick before they get away. Ah, so is that our criminal? Most likely, yes. Only one way to find out. Ah, just a little more. Oh, did I do it? Let's see. I changed my mind. I reported this to the police. They're onto you and you should be beating down your door at any second. What? No. Calm down. There's no way they can find me. Gotta book it though, just to be safe. Nope, sorry. Might have worked if we didn't know exactly where you were already. You can thank my assistant here for that. Pretty talented, huh? Well, your security can't measure up to the one at the Institute of Science. Not even close. Wait, who are you? Don't tell me he really did stick the cops on me. We're not the police, nor are we praisers. Vander is a spriggan. If you would, please surrender. After realizing there was no way to escape, the criminal gave up on resisting. After Oslo arrived, the group began questioning the criminal. You ain't even the big boss there, but some part-timer? That's right. After I sent the boss the full amount, all I got was a tiny paycheck. Even that already ran out. I promise that was my first time doing this. Just because the crime was only committed one time doesn't mean that you're not to blame. Lady's right, kid. Just a lame excuse. I'm sorry. How much do you know about the organization you were working for? Nothing, I promise. I just got the orders on my phone. So, he was just a disposable pawn in this game. Well, our guy here was clearly the one blackmailing you, but he was just the lowest rung on the ladder. Sorry to say, but it doesn't look like you'll be getting your money back. It's alright, I'd already given up on that. My biggest concern is what comes after. Yeah, that's the ticket. We caught the blackmailer himself, but the blackmail material probably still in the hands of whoever hired this kid. We didn't get to the root of the problem, so we can't guarantee they ain't gonna keep coming back for you. But this mook sure ain't gonna get used to the big boss either. Not sure there's much more we can do at this point. Oh no, what do I do then? Well, what's the best move here? Hand it over to the police? Make it so it never happened. That's a thing. Because technically, we should hand it over to the police that if it happens again, they have a case to go by. But on the other hand, we need to try to get some points into chaos, because we are sorely lacking in that department, and I want to have it at least on level 3 if I can. So I think in a real life situation, I would say hand it over to police, so they can build up a case against this whole blackmail organization, even at the risk of tarnishing his reputation. But considering I might get some chaos points for the other choice, I'm gonna go with make it so it never happened. Can almost pretend none of this ever happened. How can we do that? Well, you never looked at any weird sights and never had any problem. We can make that the case. Can you really do that? Well, it's up to my assistant here. How about it? Think you can manage? I'm not too happy about it, but if the only people this will affect are criminals, then I suppose I can let it slide. I'll need Rosette's assistance, of course, but it should be doable. Knew I could count on you. Please, that would be great. Very well then, shall we? Of course. Thanks for the help. By making use of Marduk's servers, Quattro and Rosette together erased Oslo's former account. After thoroughly erasing all traces of it, the two of them then issued Oslo a new account, using a backup to preserve the account data. That should solve the matter. We can't just erase the data that criminals have on your actions, of course, but by doing this, they shouldn't be able to link it back to you anymore. Fortunately, the only person you made explicit contact with was this blackmailer. Ah, thank goodness. Yeah, better be grateful, they did a superb job here. Now, as for you? Well, seems like this really is your first time, so we're gonna sweep your little fun bit of blackmailing under the rug. Assuming you quit your job, that is. Let me say, kid, that you better jump ship now that you're not willing to commit the criminal lifestyle. If you keep laying with the criminals, you will eventually reach a point where there's no going back. Either pull out now, or you get pulled right in. You're looking to lose yourself forever in the pitch black depths of the underworld? I'll quit. I don't want any more part of this. You sure you're not just saying that to get out of this bind? I really mean it. I don't know about that people above me at all. I got recommended by some guy. He's kind of a recruiter of some sorts. Name's Clement. But that's all I know. Please believe me. Fine, but I ain't for getting you. If I catch you back on your old haunts, you'll get what's coming to you. Got it? Got it. Clement. I should keep that name in mind. Most definitely. It's gonna come back, isn't it? Well, that solved this case, and it wasn't exactly the most satisfying solution, I'll say. Well, you get that a lot when you're working as a spriggan. This country's darkness is deep-rooted. It's too deep for anyone. Ain't no way one person or group can just clear it all away. Not the bracers, and hell, not even the government. A spriggan's job is to take care of those that fall through the cracks. We ain't after fairy tale endings. Can't afford to chase those. Just gotta go for the best ones we can get without compromising on values. Okay, I think I understand at least a little. It dawned on me what the purpose of a spriggan's job is and why you do it, Van. Quattro. That's good. If you figured out that much at least, I'd call your training a success. Oh, well, at the end of the day, I need to eat, and that's the real reason I'm working at all. And you had to dash the nice conclusion with a sprinkle of cynicism right at the end. Still, I suppose that's the most spriggan-like way to tire women around it. Goodness.
Well done, everyone.
Orbal net fraud completed.
Or deposited.
Ah, just grey, no chaos. Oh well. Now that does mean that we talk to everyone everywhere. We've done one of our 4 SPGs. We're gonna start the next episode with the other one, which is the elimination. I decked out this team already. Haven't done all members because I didn't have enough money for that. So on the next one, we will be able to deal with the monsters down here in the maintenance tunnel. And we'll do that. And then we're gonna go over all the connections. I'm hoping by completing that 4 SPG, we'll get another free time point so we can do all the remaining ones we have. But we'll have to see. So for now, I wish you a great night, morning, day, wherever you are. And if you're still here, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe, and be back next time. So until then, bye bye.